Hello, guys and dolls. Welcome back to Budget Beauty. This is Budget Beauty's beauty haul where I take my purchases, my buys, my splurges, my I went out and bought this one makeup thing and I absolutely adore it. And I detail it and I talk about it and I tell you what I bought, where I bought it from, and how much it cost. So, I am Lindsay Basie. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And we have another beauty haul. This one is a big one. And I was very pleased with my haul. I was very pleased with my haul as usual, except I did something dumb. I do this to myself constantly. And I have things that are supposed to like prevent this from being a thing, but we got another duplicate in this haul. And it is oh, it's aggravating because I was like, I just knew I did not have this thing and it turns out I had the thing again. So let's get started on the haul. All right, so I went to two places. I'm looking at my little sheet here as per the usual. I have my little sheet. Y'all can't really see it because this light is super bright in here. But I have this little sheet. And I did, I went to two places and I got some stuff on sale at both places. So that was great. That was really, really great. Both places were having a sale. So I went to Sephora first and then I went to Ulta. Usually I tend to not hit both at the same time, but in this case, both were having a sale. So, one was their spring haul sale and then one was like a 30% off, select brands, everything like on sale. So I was like, all right, looks like I'm going to go and I'm going to get some things. And so I did. So this was a big haul because I got a lot of stuff. Now, I'm trying to look to see, do I have any splurge things in here? I do. I have a splurge. I have two, what I would consider two splurge things, really three splurge things, from two different places. So, yeah, let's get started. So, first one, this is the Sephora. This is the haul from Sephora. Now, I resisted the urge to go into Sephora twice because I did go in Sephora on Friday and bought stuff in their sale. And then I was out in the street Saturday somewhere else and passed a Sephora. And I was like, I think I want to go into Sephora. But then my husband was like, no, you don't need to go in Sephora. And I was like, yeah, I know. I just went in Sephora and I don't need to go back. So, all right. So let's start. First things first. I finally broke down and I bought this so you guys can see. This is the True to Myself Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. That was the French side and this is the English side. So this is from Rare Beauty. This is in shade 36, which is a medium deep warm. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be my correct shade. I've gotten to the point now, you can see on the top of the box, it does have the shade and the shade name and number. I'm pretty sure that I can shade match fairly accurately now without having to like do any trying and going and looking it up. I still do look it up just because I do like to be I like to be pretty accurate, especially when I'm spending a lot of money. We like to be accurate. So this is a splurge item. And I, of course, will be noting this as a splurge item in the description below this video. So, splurge items do get noted here because they are outside of the norm of Budget Beauty for me. So, and the literal point of this channel. So, I'm trying to see if it has anything. Oh, yes. Okay. So it says, because I've not bought this foundation, I've bought other things from Rare Beauty and I have been impressed. I do like Rare Beauty a lot. Her stuff is what I would consider mid tier. And so I do like Rare Beauty though. It is a good listen. Selena Gomez got some good products in there. I wore the I wore the soft touch luminous blush yesterday, powder blush, and fantastic. I mean, it was very subtle, but it was a nice shimmer. And I normally don't like luminous things. I don't like shimmer and I don't like highlight and all of that. I prefer blush. If I'm gonna do all that, I'll just wear blush. I did buy this one, and I liked that luminous blush, and so beautiful color, and it was really really pretty. I wore it with pink. I actually wore this bandana. And so yeah, I thought it was really pretty. So that was just to give a little background with this. So true to myself, natural matte longwear foundation says an airy whipped foundation that stays true to you all day with medium buildable coverage and a skin-like matte finish. That is why I wanted to get this. So medium coverage, yeah, that's about right. I can deal with a medium coverage. It just means I'll wear concealer somewhere on my face other than under my eyes, like right here. I'll probably wear some concealer. All right. So very excited about this. This is going to be really, really good. So that is, the price was $34.20. Regular price was $38 with 10% off because at Sephora, I got, I'm a beauty insider there. I'm whatever the lowest tier is because I don't go in Sephora that often. Nowhere near as much as I go into Ulta, and I'm a diamond in Ulta, so there's that. But here I'm like the lowest level, and so I got the 10% off for that, which was $3.80 off. So now everything else, the Sephora collection, which I bought a bunch of, it was 30% off. So yeah, we stacked some stuff. So that's that foundation. And I would have bought it out of Ulta, but they didn't have, I don't think they had it. I don't think it was on sale or anything. So that's why I didn't buy it from Ulta. All right. Next, we have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder Flushed. So this is in the shade Primadonna, as y'all can see. You can kind of sort of see this color. I'll try to get in a little bit closer to the camera. But it's the shade Primadonna. It is a pink color. It does not read like that on camera, but I promise you, this is like a hot pink color. And this is a blush. So I'm thinking it's a cream blush. It says with Upsolite technology, a texture reducing blurring balm to powder with a weightless flush of color. Powered by cutting-edge blurring Swedish technology, Upsolite visually creates a soft focus effect on pores and fine lines. And it says how to tap on with finger or brush to face and lip. So yes, this is like you're going to see a lot of this. And I do have a lot of these in my kit right now. They are a combination cheek and lip tint. And that's what this is. And so, I'm very, very pleased with Danessa Myricks stuff. I love Danessa Myricks. So I was like, oh, she make blush? Okay, let me see what you got in here, Sephora, while I'm in here. So, let's take it out of the packaging. Love the packaging as usual. I just am in love with Danessa Myricks products. Everything that I bought, once I learned how to use it and use it correctly and how to apply it, in love with it. So yes, I am very, very excited about this. And no, by the way, I am not filming my normal location. This is in my, other room. And I'm using my webcam to do this instead of using my phone as I usually do. Yeah, this is really gorgeous. So this is what it looks like. So like I say, this reads as like a coral weird color here. This is really a hot pink. And it's going to be very gorgeous. So let's see how this works. Let me unscrew it. I'm the only person that's going to be doing. Yeah, see, this is a cream. As you can see, you can kind of sort of see it. Trying to see if it has a smell to it. No, no smell. But this is like a cream. This is going to be a cream blush. Very excited about this because I now have a bunch of Danessa Myricks products and looking forward to the performance of this. I really like how her things perform, so very excited. So that is that. That was $24.30. So that is a splurge item. Regular price was $27, and with the insider 10% off, that took off $2.70. So next is this is now we're getting into the Sephora collection items. This is the Sephora collection colorful blush. It is a matte blush, number 6 shade, which is Flirted Up. So this too is like a pink kind of coral color, and kind of coral, also like a muted pink. And so this is a powder blush, if I'm not mistaken. I seem to recall opening this up and looking at it in the store. And I do believe this is a powder, and that's why it's a matte. Let me see if I can get the tape off of it. But this is, I'm very excited about this because I like Sephora. I like the Sephora collection products. They are very good. Listen, don't sleep on it just because it's the house brand. Do not sleep on the Sephora collection house brand at all. I have some fantastic mascara. The blush looks fantastic. Their primer is great. I'm trying to think. Their face primer is fantastic. Y'all know how much I rave about that, and I use it all the time. Yes, and so I know y'all can't really see this, but it has a mirror on it, and it says, as you can see, it's reflecting back, but it has the Sephora words, the word Sephora on it. This is a powder blush, but the Sephora cream lip stains, fantastic. So yes, I absolutely love the Sephora house brand, and I think this is going to be good. I think it's going to be good and pigmented because their lipsticks are fantastic and highly pigmented. The Sephora Size Up, y'all hear me rave about that when I want false lash effect. Fantastic. So that now, because that is the house brand, the price was $10.50. It was regular price $15, and then we did 30% off for $4.50 off. So all of the Sephora house brand stuff is going to be 30% off. So next, let's see what else we got down in here. Okay. All right. Next, this is the Sephora Best Skin Ever 16-Hour Wear Natural Finish Foundation. So I've been dancing around the foundation for a minute, and I decided to bite the bullet and get their house brand foundation. So let's see about what it says. This is definitely a matte foundation. I think it's a matte foundation. Okay, so back of the bottle. 1 minute, medium buildable coverage, 16-hour comfortable wear, 28 days improved skin texture. Okay. 86% skincare based with hydrating hyaluronic acid, non-comedogenic. Yeah. Very, 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 very excited about this. This is a pull-off top, and it has a pump. So I'm very excited about this. Very excited about this. Very. It looks like this is in the shade 32Y, by the way. Because I had to hunt because I looked this one up to shade match, and it told me I needed 44Y, and I was like, but this don't have a 44Y. This only go up to like 30N, and 30N was super deep. Like, which I love. I'm excited. Listen, I was like, whoa, yay, shade range. Thank you. Because my darker skinned girlies who are darker than me, yeah, you need to have something for them. You need to have something for everybody. So I was like, yay, I'm happy that you got it for them, but that's not my shade. So, and there's nothing beyond this. So you must have reformulated and changed the numbers. My husband was lost and I was also lost. So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna do a best guess here. So I'm hoping this is gonna work. If it is not the right shade, I mean, I can figure something out and I can make it work, but I'm hoping this is the right shade from the beginning. So matter of fact, let me see. I'll just do a little pump. No primer. It don't want to come out this bottle. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna put this on my skin, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's see, which side do I want to put it on? I guess we'll put it over here. Ooh, this might be a little too light. Yellow might be not the right. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe this might not be too bad. This might not be too bad. Actually, this might be I might can make this work with. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, even with this terrible camera, I can see that this actually, that's not that bad. Now, it might make me look like I got a little bit of jaundice going on, but I can always brown that down. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Okay. Let's see. Well, let me see. I see if I got a mirror here that I can, with my phone. Let's turn that off. And let me look at the mirror. Not the right side. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. It's a little yellow, but that ain't something that can't be fixed. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That actually that might be fantastic. Yeah, I can work with that. I can do something with that. So, this was $15.40. Regular price was $22, and with the 30% off, that took off $6.60. So yeah, I can definitely make that work because I mean I know I put it over here. So and then the mirror, the reflecting back with this camera is throwing me off. That's why I'm trying to remember what side I put it on. But yeah, it don't look bad at all. With a little bit of powdering down, trust me, I can make that work. All right. So next, so we bought the corresponding concealer. So this is the Best Skin Ever Multi-Use Concealer. And this is in the shade 25Y Deep. So, yeah. Again, now that I think this is going to be a little bit more accurate. So, let's see if I can open this. If I can get this open, that would be helpful. Because I think that's going to be a little bit more accurate. In terms of, hey, this helps with the skin tone with matching. You did a great job in matching. I think that's going to be a little bit better. So let's see. Because I want to try this in real quick. Also, I'm not wearing primer, so there's that. So might do a little different with a little bit of primer. Maybe. All right. I finally got it open. Okay. So let's see how we do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, just from general putting it on, looks like it's gonna be a good match. Yep. Much better match. Okay. Let's get a mirror. Actually, instead of me using my phone, I'll just use the mirror that's in the Sephora blush and see how this is going to play under my eyes. Remember where I put it. Oh, that's a perfect match under my eyes. Okay, so the concealer is a perfect match. So maybe that's what we need is the 25Y in terms of doing that. And that's just I'm just general rubbing my finger to put some concealer on. It is a perfect match on my skin. Now it's a little darker than the foundation. But the foundation is not bad at all. I'm actually pleased with that foundation match. Because once it has settled in and it kind of dried down a little bit, that actually is a perfect match. Yeah. That's a perfect match on this side right here. But as you can see under my eyes, I can't tell any difference. So that means that's a perfect match under my eyes. And that's good. I'm very pleased with that then. Okay, so those two are not bad at all. We will be using them at some point. Possibly in our buying and trying that is connected to this episode of the Beauty Haul. Hopefully, we will be doing that. So, all right. So that was $11.20. Regular price was $16 with the 30% off. That took off $4.80. Next, we have two more things, and it's the same thing, but it's different shades. So I got two more of the Sephora cream lip stains, because y'all know how much I love it. Both of these, I do not have this shade. And I've been wanting, I muted pink in their line, because I have a hot pink for this line, and I have all of the reds, basically. I have all of the reds. So this is another red in the reds. But I think this is going to be a really nice red. It's kind of almost a little orange, but it's a nice color. So this pink one is shade number 69, Hippie Pink. And this one is shade number 78, Chili Pepper. So very excited about these because I already use these and they are great. I love the performance. They dry quickly, and it stays on. So very good. Very happy with that. So those two, since it's the same thing, were both $11.20. And they were both regular price, $16, and with the 30% off, that took off $4.80 for each one. So, very, very pleased. Very pleased. Love the Sephora haul. This was fantastic for Sephora. I got a lot of stuff I know I'm going to use immediately, as you can see. I mean, this is just a kind of a hack job right now for my foundation testing here, but this is going to be good. I think this is going to be really, really good. And I'm excited to try this in buying and trying. So, I think that'll be really good. I do. So, Sephora, let's talk Sephora's price. Sephora subtotal was $118. Tax was $9.45. And Sephora's final total was $127.45. I did not use any points to get anything, to take anything off beyond the 10% and the 30% off, which they were offering. So I did not use any points or anything. So at Sephora, I'm a beauty insider, which is the very lowest tier. I have 521 points. And yeah. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I like I said, I don't shop in Sephora often because it is higher end and I deal in budget beauty. So I tend to like to not spend a fortune on foundation and concealer and buying their I like to buy their house collection, Danessa Myricks, and as you can see, that Rare Beauty. I buy a little bit of some splurge items and things, but nothing massive. So yeah, like I said, I had the 2 splurge items there, so trying not to splurge too much. All right, so let's move on to the second part of the haul. We went to Ulta, and we had a good old time in Ulta, except when it wasn't fun. Funny until it's not funny. It's a conference I was watching, accounting conference I was watching this week, this past week. The guy in the conference who was talking, it was one of his callbacks in his talk, was that he would say funny until it's not funny, and then have people repeat this and then give you an example of how it was funny until it wasn't funny. Yeah, this haul was fun until it wasn't fun, and we're gonna get to that very quickly because we're gonna start out with that part. So y'all know in the last haul, I complained about going and buying the Culture 1 palette, right? And I was like, oh, I don't have Culture 1, and I don't have Culture 2. Okay, but it turns out I had Culture 1. So then I had an extra. So then I said to my husband, I said, I don't think I have the Culture 2 palette. And he says, you sure about that? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay, all right. Sometimes we are an organized bear and sometimes we are not. And we use a spreadsheet. Y'all know I have a spreadsheet where I catalog all of my makeup. I do this for a reason. It's so I do not do duplicates. Well, then y'all know in the last haul, I had wound up realizing I had already had the Culture 1 palette. I just bought another one. So now we have a duplicate Culture 1 palette. Keep that in mind. So I said to him, after I said to him, I don't think I got the Culture 2 palette. I said, well, everything is still on sale at Ulta. I will get the Culture 2 palette because I'm pretty sure I don't have it. Spoiler alert, I had it. So I now have 2 Culture 2 palettes because I bought another one thinking I didn't have the Culture 2 palette. Yeah, we're going to have a moment of silence for my foolishness and lack of organization skills. Completely defeating the purpose of having a catalog that catalogs all of the makeup. When I realized I had the Culture 2 palette, simultaneously I realized it in 2 ways. One, I looked at my spreadsheet. Big old Culture 1 and Culture 2. So now I have 2 of each. 2 of the Culture 1, 2 of the Culture 2. Okay. The second way I realized it is as I was sitting there putting everything in the kit and trying to fit everything in, guess what I found? The Culture 2 palette. Because I used the Culture 2 palette to do my makeup for our Christmas photos. I used the green in it specifically. The very bottom shade. So, guess who went and spent another $26.20 for Culture 2? I am not pleased. So now, because I have these 2 duplicates, I don't know. I will not need to buy the Culture palettes ever again. I do not use them except for like special occasion. So it looks like I'm going to be using these palettes a lot. If I'm using powder makeup, I'm just going to use them a lot so I can use it up. Because these are not cheap. They are $38 regular price. Now, because of the sale that was going on at Ulta, I got these for $26.20. Both of them, Culture 1 and Culture 2. So, yeah, I have 2 Culture 1s and 2 Culture 2s. Y'all favorite makeup bear is not pleased. She's not pleased. Because why did we do that? That just ain't make no sense. No. So that is what happened here. I bought another one of these and it was regular price $38, 30% off because everything was pretty much 30% off. The brands that I bought were all 30% off except one. And this was 30% off, so that took off $11.40. At least I bought them on sale, and I didn't spend full regular price for them. That's the silver lining here. All right, so let's talk about the rest of the haul. So we got some more Morph brushes now. Some of these are some duplicates. Some are, but some are not. So let's see. Let's start if I can find them. I bought a bunch of Morph brushes. I feel like I bought like 5 of them, but I really only bought 3. Yeah, I only bought 3. Okay. So Morph. This is the Morph 107 foundation brush. Now, this is a different one than the Morph 103. The 107 is a flat paddle brush. And I'm very, very excited about this because I want to, I need something to apply it with. So that's what this is. So let's open her up. This is the M107. So let's open her up. See what she got. Ooh, it's a nice thin brush. Ooh, and I love the Morph brushes. I do. In this specific line of Morph brush, I absolutely adore these brushes. They work so well. I get great application and coverage with them. They are so good. This is, I know y'all can't see that because my light's strange, but this is, that's what it looks like. So it's like a flat brush. Very excited. I'm going to use this one to apply it in nice even strokes. And I know I can buff this out with this, but, you know, I like having some variety here. So the back of the box says best for targeted concentrated coverage, artistry tip. The paddle brush is a classic for its precision laydown. With it, you're painting on product, giving you control to build only where desired. For a seamless finish, follow application with a blending sponge or domed brush. So that is what I knew when I bought this. I said, ooh, this is what I need. I need one of these. And then I'm going to follow it up with the 103 to, you know, buff it out. But very excited about this. Very excited. All right. Next. Is the Morph 243 Cream and Liquid Contour. Now, I don't remember if I have a 243 or not. I think I don't have a 243. I don't think this is the duplicate. The 204 that I just bought is a duplicate. But let's open her up and see. Oh, yeah, no. I do not have this one. Okay, good deal. I do not have this brush. And I am going to be very excited to use this to do contour. Because I do my contour back like this. Approximate. But I like this dome. This is like the paddle brush. So it says best for precision contouring. Artistry tip. With the power of a paddle and the precision of a slant, this tool gives you a firm, flat tip for stamping on product, helping you map out your contour before blending it out. Use it on the hollows of your cheeks, jawline, or anywhere you want targeted lay down. Very excited about this. I'm very excited about that. So we're gonna see how well that works out. Next, this is the M204. Now I know I already have this one. I know for a fact I have this one because I use the blush. Oh no, maybe I don't. Oh, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I do have this one. Okay, all right. Listen, I was sitting there looking at it. I was like, wait, I don't think I have this. I do. I have this one. This is the Cream and Liquid Blush brush, and I just bought a second one of it because I use mine a lot, and I would like to have multiple brushes. But I use this one a lot for my Cream and Liquid Blush because it's very good. Very, very good. So, because I've already bought this, I'm not going to read the back of the box. But, very, very, very excited. Y'all know how much I love my Morph brushes. I use them all the time. All the time. So, all right. Let's talk about those Morph brushes. The Cream and Liquid Blush brush was $9.10. Regular price was $13 and 30% off for $3.90. And I got a better deal on them this time than the first time I bought them because they were like $11 the first time after my sale price and all. And then the Morph 243 Cream and Liquid Contour Brush, that was $10.50. Regular price $15. With 30% off, that took off $4.50. And then the Morph 107 Paddle Cream and Liquid Foundation Brush, that was $9.10. Regular price was $13. And with 30% off, that took off $3.90. So very, very pleased with my brushes. Y'all know I'm going to wear them brushes out. I just am. I'm going to wear them brushes out. All right, so let's talk about the Juvia's Place that we bought beyond the duplicate palette. All right, so about two more Juvia's Place things, one of which I already have. Actually, both of these I already have, but they are different shades of things I already have. So this is the volumizing gloss stick from Juvia's Place. This is in the shade Rose. I do already have this, and I love the one that I have. I have the soft mauve color. And then for the, this is the blushed liquid blush in the shade Soft Tulip. It is very much a peach color, like a coral peach rose, deep mauve color. I very much like both of these products. I have used other shades in this, and I love them. So, I'm not going to read the back of the box since I already have them and have talked about them in the beauty haul. So, both of those, let's talk about it price-wise. The Blush Liquid Blush was $14. Regular price is $20. With 30% off, that took off $6. That is fantastic for that because that is generally $20 and it's expensive. I try to buy it when it's on sale, which is why I went and bought it. And then the volumizing gloss stick was $10.50. Regular price $15. 30% off, took off $4.50. Really like that volumizing gloss stick. I have run that other one almost down, that soft mauve. Then I almost run it down into the ground. All right. Moving right along. Let's talk about the Neutrogena. All right. So both of these are skincare. So not really their makeup stuff. But we consider skincare part of our makeup routine here. Because yes, you have a skincare routine and you have a makeup routine, but your skincare and your makeup go hand in hand. Especially for me with taking off my makeup. And that's where these bad boys come in. Y'all know I've run these in the ground. I love these. These are the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Towelettes. These are the Night Calming. And it is a duo pack. Because I go through these like water. Now, it is not the only thing I use to take off my makeup, but it is a large portion of it. They work fantastically for me to get my eye makeup off. And sometimes my face, but it will leave a residue on your face. So don't expect these to 100% take it off with one towel. It's just not. You're going to have to use multiple towels if you're trying to do this only to take off that makeup. You need to use something in conjunction with this. And I do. Matter of fact, I used one last night to take off my eye makeup, take off my mascara, and then I used the Garnier makeup remover balm. So yeah, between all three of those, skin got real clean. So, and then I washed my face with some La Roche-Posay. So yeah, very, very pleased. I love these. I do. I love these. They are fantastic. They do exactly what I need them to do. And because it came in the twin pack, I was very excited about that. All right. So also Neutrogena. Y'all know how much I use Neutrogena skincare. But I finally bit the bullet and got the lip sleeping mask from Neutrogena. And this is the hydrating lip sleeping mask, Hydro Boost. Lips for luxurious hydration. Has hyaluronic acid in it. Now, y'all know I love a good lip sleeping mask, and I stay putting some Laneige on my lips. However, I do like Neutrogena's balm. I have another balm from them. And I also have I have somebody else's, I want to say La Roche-Posay's. And I have a couple from Bath & Body Works, which are fantastic also. But I saw this and I was like, ooh, I'm going to go get it because I use Neutrogena everything else. And it works very well with my skin. So, very excited. So, it says, it's a luxurious leave-on overnight lip mask that is designed to hydrate for smoother-looking lips. Formulated with purified hyaluronic acid. Designed to leave lips soft and supple while you sleep. Yeah, and then your directions: apply a generous layer before bed to use as a lip sleeping mask or reapply throughout the day for lip hydration. I'm going to use this as a lip sleeping mask because I have to have something on overnight with my lips. I put something on last night. Trying to think. Oh, I used the Laneige lip sleeping mask, the berry shade. And when I woke up this morning, my lips were fantastic. So, yeah. Yeah. Very excited about this. This is going in the skincare routine kit immediately. Expeditiously. Expeditiously. These are gonna the towelettes, these makeup remover towelettes, I'm going to put them in because I already have a pack that I'm going through. And then I will, once we're ready, I will open one of those. But it will not take long, I promise. So, for the Neutrogena, let's talk about price. For the lip sleeping mask, it was $8.39. Regular price is $11.99. 30% off, took off $3.60. And then for those calming makeup remover wipes, $10.49. And then regular price was $14.99. 30% off, took off $4.50. So, last two things. One is an Essence product, and I'm going to probably love this. This is the Essence Soft Touch Bouncy Glow. Now, y'all know I have the Soft Touch Bouncy blush, and I love it. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to get a highlighter. I'm going to get another highlighter. And I love Essence makeup. I do. They are fantastic for the price, I can get great results from them, and they are not expensive. So, it does not, it says, oh yeah, it does. It says it's a highlighter with buildable, bouncy texture. Leaves you with a glassy glow. Okay. Yeah. I love Essence. I love Essence. You can't tell me nothing about Essence. Ooh, I like that texture. Okay, so let's see. Put it over here. Ooh, look at that. You can see that immediately. Ooh, that's going to be fantastic. Look at that. Got a shine, nice little shine on my cheek. Oh, I love this. This is going to be fantastic. So, this is in the shade 30 Glazing Gleam. So, this was $4.19. Regular price was $5.99. 30% off, took off $1.80. So, that is the Essence. And the last item. So, I got another one of the Maybelline Color Tattoo 24-hour eye stick. This is in the shade. Let's see, what is the shade? Because the shade is always like a phrase or something. I am something. I can't find it on here. But this is a black. This is a jet black, matte black. And I wanted this because to go with and to do my pinup lash line. Now, y'all know I heavily rely, when I do this, I heavily rely on the ColourPop cream gel liners. But I love this too, so I just broke the tip on that. God dang it. I swanny, as my grandma would say. I swanny. I did not mean to break the tip trying to get this plastic off of here. This plastic just gives me trouble. I also got it on my fingers, so that's kind of a good, and it's a thick black. Okay. Ooh. That black ain't playing. I will give it that. But yeah, I kind of broke the tip trying to get the top off. And yes, you can, twist up and take off the you can twist up and sharpen. I do like that about these two. Okay, so like I say, I broke my, you can't really see it that well, but the tip is broke. So let's see what happens if let's go ahead and take the tip off there. Since the tip is gone. All right. Yeah, this is a very, very deep black matte. It's fine. For what I needed to do, it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's a nice black. The shade is called I Am Rebellious. And this is a very, very black matte. So let's see what happens when I do. Ooh. Ooh, that came out creamy. That came out so creamy. All right. And it was an immediate creamy too. So no dragging, no nothing like that. And I usually don't get dragging from those anyway. So very, very excited about that because that's going to be helpful. I do use the other, I use the ColourPop shadow stick sometimes to do also. So like I say, that'll help. I have the black ColourPop shadow stick too that is very similar to that. So very excited about that. That was $11.99 and it was not on sale. So that's just the price for it. So, all right, we have come to the end of our haul. So let's talk about Ulta's prices. Subtotal for Ulta was $114.86. And then, I did not have a gift card. Didn't do any donations. Tax was $9.20. And the final price for Ulta was $124.06. Now, that Juvia's Place palette is a splurge item because that is what I consider a splurge item. So let's talk grand total. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put this. Let's figure out where we're going to put that. All right, grand total. Ulta and Sephora in this beauty haul. Grand total was $251.51. That's everything. Everything included. So, yay! Very excited. Very, very excited. So, that concludes our haul. So, we are going to film a beauty haul probably coming up in another couple of weeks or so. We are almost at the end. Matter of fact, let's talk about that before we conclude with Ulta. Let's talk about it because the Ulta Beauty Rewards. So I earned 114 points. Diamond points, 50% more. That was 58. Current points balance, 253. Redeemable points, 250. Redeemable value is $8. And then points expiring is 0. Now, this is the good part. Spend to extend diamond status, 136. So that means I only need 136 for the next 8 months. I do not need to spend that much money to extend my diamond status for 2027 until December 31st, 2027. So, I think is how that's going to work. Is how that works. I have to remember exactly how it works, but it extends it to the end of the year. So if I make it by December 31st, 2026, it extends it to throughout 2027. So that's what this is doing. So that's why we really want to go ahead and do that. Knock that out. So I can extend my purchases for the next couple months. I don't need to buy a ton of makeup. So I may not, like I say, and I've said this before, I may not be doing a ton of beauty hauls, at least from Ulta, for the next couple of months, because I'm going to hit that cap by probably like June if I stay on pace. That's like literally one more trip for me. So depending on what I get out of there when I go. And I've been looking at some rare beauty stuff. So I don't know. She ain't cheap. She's a splurge item for me. So we'll see what Live Tinted has going on. We'll see what Tier has going on. Because like I say, I could easily spend $136 in Ulta real quick. Like I can buy probably like 10 things and meet that quota real quick. So we'll see. But also too, the 21 Days of Beauty comes back in September. So we'll see what they have on sale. Now that we know how the 21 Days of Beauty is working, we'll see how that's going to work and for the September part of things. And then we'll see if we're going to buy some things then. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we're going to hit, like I said, we're going to hit that mark by June probably. So we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming in and watching. This has been a fantastic haul. I am going to immediately use most, if not all of this, minus the Culture 2 palette that I just bought. We're going to definitely use that Sephora makeup real quick because, yeah, I can foresee wearing that every day. So, yes, I'm very excited about this haul. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for coming in and listening to me talk about makeup and buying makeup and spending a good fair amount on some everyday makeup and makeup that I'm going to put in my kit and I'm going to use every day that I wear makeup probably. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back and watch more of our videos later. I have 6 series going and we have regular content. So let me know what you think. Drop me a comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Peace.